There's spoilers in this video for Like a Dragon Ishin and some of the Yakuza games. Hey people, Game Tater here. Have you ever wanted to play a Japanese game that isn't about modern Japan? A game set way before the tragic events of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Like a Dragon Ishin is a game set in Japan during the 1800s, during the days when Japan is isolating itself from most of the world, reading Shunga peacefully. This Shunga is what makes the Japanese have powerful auras that let you do special moves called heat actions. If you played any Yakuza game, you should know what a heat move is. If not, then sit back and relax as you get to hear the wonderful ASMR sounds of a man getting his 4-axe shot and then getting slapped around like a wet noodle.
I bombed the house accident. Oh my god.
Let's go forward in time to the year 2016. You play as Kazuma Kiryu after the events of Yakuza 6 when he was walking away from his orphanage. Sent back in time, he has to blend in the only way he knows how, by not blending in at all. He decides to take up the appearance of a true historical figure, Sakamoto Ryoma, who likes fishing in his spare time. And playing rock paper scissors with the local prostitutes. Fuck! We'll get back to that in a minute. History also says that Sakamoto is a karaoke god. He is the man who invented back of the time, after all. Here's a history lesson from Professor Game Taker. Matthew Calbraith Perry was the Commodore of the US Navy. He was assigned a mission to open the Japanese ports for American trade. Through the use of gunboat diplomacy, he convinced the Japanese to sign the Convention of Kanagawa, which in turn ended over 200 years of isolation for the Japanese. Why am I telling you this? Because the history books forgot to tell you that Matthew Perry had seasickness when he landed, and Sakamoto Ryoma was nearby to help Perry cure his seasickness by sending a fucking tiger to attack him. He still felt shit at the end of the day, until Ryoma gave him a plum. Now he's feeling all better, aside from the fact that he thinks he is Chandler Bing from Friends. Anyway, you got 4 fighting styles that you use to defeat your enemies. The brawler style lets you use your fists to break your enemy's bones. Did that guy just say that you have mediocre abs? Why not settle this debate with a good old tiger drop? Hello, it's Dale from Kyle Urban Survive. Today I'm going to teach you how to disarm a man with a sword. First, when he lunges at you, grab his sword by the handle. Then you whisper into his ear that you have some top quality Shunga. The man will get uncontrollably lusty and let his guard down. This is when you throw him down to the ground. He will let go of his sword, then you make sure to finish him off by lunging the sword into his stomach. That is how you disarm a sword user. Your special ability lets you repeatedly punch a man until you drain his life force. Then you give him permanent chest pains that he can take with him to the afterlife. Swordsman style. As the name applies, you use a sword to cut people up in ways that make them wish they were dead. Unless you use a sword in a cutscene, then they are one of the lucky people to die a samurai's death. The swordsman ability, well, let's say you don't fuck with this guy, because he has the power of God and anime on his side. For all my gun-loving viewers out there, this next style goes to you. Want to play as an average American? Then Gunman is the style for you, and it is overpowered. Well, I mean, if I could shoot a revolver more than 6 times without reloading and cripple enemies with American healthcare bills, then yes, this style deserves to be overpowered. Aside from when the Japanese made Kevlar armor to stop you from being too overpowered. That's when you use special ammo, acid rounds to melt the Kevlar, flash rounds to give your enemies a flashbang surprise, fire rounds to melt right into their hearts, electric rounds to give them a shocking conclusion to their life expectancy, give your enemies lead poison, and use enhanced rounds to deal extra damage. Rubber bullets? Never heard of them. Do you like Overwatch? Do you like a certain cowboy character from Overwatch? Then Gunman's special ability lets you high noon a bunch of morons who thought bringing a sword to a gunfight was a good idea. What happens when you mix gun with sword? Wild Dancer is a style for people who like to spin around like a ballerina while shooting and slashing people at the same time. This style is mostly used to cheese a lot of the enemies by dodging and attacking before the enemies realise who they're messing with. Quite useful against those annoying Ryan Acosta fanboys who think constantly dodging is the best way to kill you. And your ability involves you taking a whole bunch of opium and going at an increased speed, slashing and shooting your way through enemies. Are you a masochist like me? Then why not try playing Legend difficulty right from the beginning and understand what it's like going balls out to no balls at all when you get hit by a massive edgelord who loves spinning around like a gorilla on crack. Oh my god! No, it won't let me use the menu! You're taking the fucking piss! Maybe you want to gamble your money on the chicken races. Then realize that when you lost all your ride, you will feel obligated to buy a KFC bucket to teach those clucking bastards a lesson in business economics. Or perhaps you want to spend some time with a woman and drink some sake with her before ending the night. But wait, in order to bed this beautiful woman, you must first do a Japanese tradition and play rock, paper, scissors. If you win, you get to play a shooter game in which Ryoma must shoot a heart to turn this woman on. If you lose the rock, paper, scissors match, then you must strip and call it a day without playing the sex-sharing minigame. Sorry, I thought this was a brothel, not a rock, paper, scissors club. Maybe this is why Kiryu might be a virgin, but real samurai take pleasures in a bathhouse fight that is not homoerotic in any way whatsoever.
No, that's definitely gay. No, that's gay.
This game features a cast of well-known characters from many of the other Yakuza games, such as Mad Pirate Okita, Mr. Balls Out Nagakura, the guy with no change in the plan, Hijikata,
There's no change in the plan.
Dripped Loan Shark Katsura, the Bounty Hunter Saigo, and we can't forget about the vinegar-loving Cream Cookie, Oreo, and many more that would take too much time in this video to talk about. So you might be asking yourself, what other minigames are there? You can gamble your mum's credit card in the various gambling minigames. We don't talk about that one. Or play a game of Like a Chef Udon, where you must serve customers udon orders. However, Ryoma gets momentary amnesia, so you must remember the orders for him. After a hard day's work, you will get 10% of your earnings. No thanks, I can make more money mugging people in the streets with no repercussions. Hey, Izo, remember when you said you would fell me like a tree? Well, sorry, I'm the best food card here. Maybe you want to have a quiet life. Well then, you can sit back and play Farmville, then use the fruits of your labor to carefully cook food with a Cooking-Mama minigame, after which you can gift the food and various items, like aphrodisiac pills, to Haruka for her to sell these items back in town. After all, Haruka knows the business, and Ryoma knows the chemistry. So when you need to relax, you will probably head to the karaoke place and sing the hardest karaoke song in the game. What the fuck? What's going on? What am I looking at? And it's not because of the women, or how fast the song is going, but it's because of the chroma keyed Ryoma that appears in between the cutscene that catches me off guard.
Are you winning, son?
No, Dad, this song is too hard because I'm distracted by the fact that samurai in the 1800s knows how to work a goddamn green screen. Then when you're done, you can head over to the dance hall and go for a nice traditional dance session. Side stories is a common thing in Yakuza games. One moment, you help a man discover where the country with the most knife crimes is.
Oh, fuck me. I don't know anything about Europe. Fuck.
Another one has you fight a bear. I want a tiger drop the bear, come on. Some stories hit you in the feels, and some make you question the logic of the world that Ryoma is in. Like, why did the cat give me Shunga? Oh, I want to see what some of this looks like. Ah, okay. Remember Miss Tatsu? Yeah, she doesn't use monkey murder. Instead, she uses a gun. I had a side quest where I had to convince some League of Legends player with a yee-ass haircut to step outside and touch some grass. Then there is another side quest where you get suckered into a brothel, and then you get to choose what type of companion you want. But Ryoma forgot to read the small print, and instead got given a sumo wrestler to play with instead. Then we have dungeons. It is a game mode that you unlock as early as chapter 5 that starts off in the form of a visual novel. Hey America, come over here. What could I do for you? This here's Captain Sayo, I'm sure you heard of him. It's a pleasure to meet you, Captain. But Tamura Suzo. What is this, a fucking visual novel? Get me to the nitty gritty stuff.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost.
This game mode has you select top of the class soldiers that give you abilities in the form of cards, such as, but not limited to, healing, fire attacks, force lightning, dancing dog, the chicken that lays explosive eggs, perform Iju Naika, bears and tigers, Vtubers.
I wanna do the thing where I'm like, I unsheathe my katana. Alright, you stand still! Stand still, okay? I unsheathe my katana and then like I slice. And then a couple seconds passed and then...
And many more. In order to acquire these fine selected troops, you must either find them on the streets by shooting them until they feel obligated to join you. Or for the Genshin Impact players that are watching, you can spend your hard-earned Ryle in gacha spins. But who needs all these useless units? After all, we all know who the best unit in the game is. My fellow Aniki Rikia, you will always be the best. If you ever do this dungeon game mode, be warned, because the enemies in the Saniki will sponge your damage. My advice, just spin around like a crack addict and take them on one at a time. By the end of the dungeon, you might just be lucky enough to develop a carpal tunnel. Anyway, one of the reasons you go and venture into the dungeons is to gather key elements that you can use to upgrade your weapons. You like the machine gun kiss? How about machine revolver kiss? For example, take this gun. It's kinda basic. Then let's upgrade the fire rate. Now that's pretty quick. Now let's upgrade the fire rate in the ability tree. Still not enough. How about we respec to make this baby go even more faster? 18 count Saejima, meet 1000 count Ryoma. Now, onto a serious note. This game did have problems at launch, like when the game decides to stutter when I use a new key action for the first time. Only the first time, mind you, but sometimes this happens during cutscenes, mainly cutscenes when people die. Here's a cutscene where Hijika is sent me to the Shadow Realm.
次は敵を取り逃すことのないよう頼みますよ。
There's also some glitch cutscenes that can send your granddad into a crazy dance. I also had this glitch where I'm fighting Tokugawa, and he's supposed to throw knives at me, but instead he leaves these knives floating in midair. I accidentally touched him and got stunned, only to then get obliterated by his power attack. And if you want an example of what the Yakuza games are like, I thought the flowing knives was an intentional design choice for the fight. Most of these are probably fixed now, so let's just move on. Now, I could talk about the story, but I don't want this video going on for longer than it has to be. So, I will talk about the music in this game. One word, amazing. If there's one thing that the Yakuza games will always do right, is the music will always be top tier. And when you spend many hours grinding equipment or stat upgrades, it all leads up to this one moment during the story with the best song in this game. They didn't have to go this hard when making this song, but they did. So sit back and enjoy as I give you a cinematic montage. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I put a lot of dedication and love into this, for your enjoyment. It was the first time I tried doing a major video like this, and it was a challenge, but I got through it. Anyway, I got an out of context playthrough of this game coming out in a while, but for now I need a break. So enjoy some of these videos and see you until then.